NewEgg is one of the best websites to buy a gaming PC. However, they have so many options that it might be very easy for you to buy the wrong Prebuilt PC, and in the end that doesn't fit your needs with a bad gaming performance. That's why I show you the best 5 Prebuilt PCs from NewEgg for every budget and every resolution, including 1080p, 1440p and 4K. You will find the links to these computers down below in the video description with the latest pricing and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first PC, we have the best budget computer, perfect for 1080p resolution gaming, and I'm talking about the AVG Max Gaming PC. This one has the latest NVIDIA RTX 5060, will allow you to play games at 1080p high to ultra settings at around 80 plus FPS on average, so very strong performance at 1080p resolution. And if you want to play esports games, you can expect over 200 FPS on average competitive settings in games like Valorant, Fortnite, CS2 and this type of competitive shooters, so feel free to go with a 240Hz 1080p monitor if you want to compete in these type of games. It also has a really good airflow, and I really like the aesthetics for this system, especially for the price that you are paying, which is $850 by the time of filming. Now, if you want to play at 1080p maxed out settings, or you want to play at 1440p resolution, but you do not want to spend over $1,500 USD, then I recommend you getting the next system, which in my opinion is the best value 1440p gaming PC out there. This is the Skytech Azure, and it has the NVIDIA RTX 5060 Ti, 16 gigs of VRAM, meaning that you can play any game that you want, even at 1440p resolution, and you will have no issues. In fact, you can expect over 70 FPS on average at 1440p high to ultra settings in the most high demanding titles, and you can expect over 100 FPS when you drop down to 1080p resolution. And you get a Ryzen 7 7700 processor, which is a very power efficient 8-core CPU that's going to be amazing for esports shooters as well, or just any high CPU demanding title. That being said, feel free to buy a 240Hz 1440p monitor if you want to play these type of competitive shooters. And on top of that, you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, meaning that you will be getting a very strong level of performance in content creation, productivity work and streaming as well. So this PC is not just for gaming. Now, the total price will be around $1,300, which is expensive, but it's definitely not as expensive as other systems in this market. And overall, this is in my opinion the best value gaming PC for 1440p or 1080p maxed out settings. Now, if you want to max out 1440p or you want to play at 4K but you don't want to spend over 2000 USD in your gaming PC, this is the iBuyPower Slate 9 gaming system with the RX 9070 XT graphics card. This is the fastest graphics card from AMD. You can run any game that you want at 1440p maxed out settings with no issues, well over 100 FPS on average at 1440p high to ultra settings in the most high demanding titles. Not only that, but you also get one of the fastest gaming CPUs in the entire market in the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. So feel free to go with a 480Hz 1440p monitor if you want to max out a monitor refresh rate, or if you want to play at 4K, you can play at 240 plus FPS. If you want to play at 4K in high demanding games, you can expect over 80 FPS on average, high to ultra settings in high demanding games, or even more if you turn on FSR, which is the upscaling from AMD. On top of that, you get 32 gigs of RAM, so once again, you get an amazing level of streaming and content creation performance. The total price for this PC by the time of filming is $1,800 USD. So it's under $2,000 and you get top tier performance. Now, if you want a system that's even slightly faster and slightly better and you are willing to spend around 2000 USD, then I recommend you getting this next PC in the AVS Aqua gaming desktop. This one has the RTX 5070 Ti, which is similar to the graphics card from the last system, but the 5070 Ti has a better upscaling technology in DLSS, and also you get a faster level of ray tracing performance. So if you're interested in playing with ray tracing enabled at 1440p or 4K resolution, the 5070 Ti will be a better option. You also get an Intel Core Ultra 7 CPU that's going to be very fast, not only for gaming but also for productivity work and content creation. So if you're a professional content creator, this PC might be ideal for you. Of course, you get 32 gigs of RAM, and here you get 2 terabytes of SSD, so you get plenty of storage, and the total price for this system by the time of filming is $2,300 USD. Remember that prices might be different when you're watching this video, so I do recommend you checking the latest prices and availability availability from the links down below in the video description. And last but not least, if you just don't care about money, you want the best of the best, then I recommend you getting this next system from MSI, which has the Nvidia RTX 5090. This is the fastest graphics card in the entire market, and then you get an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor, one of the fastest CPUs in the entire market overall for gaming and content creation. Then you get 64 gigs of RAM, which is a lot of memory even if you're a professional content creator, and overall this is one of the fastest PCs out there in terms of gaming performance. Since you get the 5090, you can expect well over 130 plus FPS at 4K high to ultra settings in high demanding games. Insane performance, but so is the price, 6,000 USD. But again, if you don't care about money, you want the best of the best, this is the one that I recommend you buying from NewEgg. And if you want the RTX 5080, because I haven't mentioned the 5080 because I just don't think that it makes sense for the price difference between the 5070 Ti and 5080. If you don't care and you want the 5080 anyway, I will leave a 5080 gaming PC down below in the video description as a bonus. And if you are willing to buy from other companies such as Amazon or just any other company that sells Prebuilt PCs, I recommend you watching my video on the best Prebuilt PCs of the month for every budget and every resolution from any company. I will leave that video in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.